Sound. Oh, I were doing so well. Oh, I've been chunnering for ages as well. Oh, yeah, I'd muted. I'd started being quite good with that, hadn't I? And remembering to unmute myself, but it's all right, everyone. It's because I mute it. Basically, when I put the opening in this, look, I love this. Woohoo! When I put that in, you see, isn't that good? I love it. When I put that in, I mute it so you can't hear traffic and stuff, and then forget to unmute it every time. Every time, honestly. Not every time. I'd started being good. Anyway, yeah, it's not going to be a long night tonight because I'm really tired. I'm really tired. The bags under my eyes now are bigger than my face. But what I was saying is thank you ever so much to everyone who joined our workshop. The Craft Collective workshop. It went really, really well. I absolutely love it. And I love it because everyone's so different. Like, you know, what Paola was teaching was beautiful. It looks so professional. Mine's mad and, you know, well, just like, oh, we could do this and we could do, you know. Then Erica's is just stunning, utterly stunning. And then our Sarah's was beautiful. And our lovely Claire on Friday night, that was really good. I loved the Zoom. So it was, I really enjoyed it. So thank you. And to everyone who came. It was really, really nice, really nice. It was phenomenal. Oh, thank you, Di. That's so kind of you. Thank you. I thoroughly enjoyed whatever what I managed to watch. Oh, thank you, Carol. I really hope you have a little go, managed to have a little go. I mean, this is the thing, you know, there is so many. Oh, lovely Kathy, I love the workshops. It's been the best weekend I've had. Also, oh, Kathy, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so lovely of you. I was rubbish with the Zoom. Oh, Jackie. No, I must admit, the Zoom was new for us. It was a little bit of, it was a trial, but I really loved it because I liked seeing everyone. Because, I mean, the rest of the workshop was just normal on YouTube, but I really liked the Zoom just because it were nice, and I will get the presents sent out for people who won. But it is lovely to have your company. Thank you ever so much, everyone who's joined us. Hello there, our lovely Sylvia. We've got Owen, we have got our Julie, we've got our Kathy, of course, all our workshop people. We've got hello, Lillian. Hiya, Jackie. I know I spoke to you, but I haven't said hello yet, have I? Oh, Jill. Hiya, Jill. We got Alison. We got Sue. We got Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hiya, love. Who else have we got? Who've I missed? Our Di, of course. We've got Sandra in the building. I think, the red writing again. Oh, I do wish YouTube would put red writing, because my eyes, it's like, oh, Shelley, I tell you what it feels like, you know, when you do the eye test and you're like, oh, is that an S? Is that a J? Oh, I love the YouTube, but not the writing. It just drives me nuts. So if I missed you, and we've got a lot of people watching on YouTube tonight, so thank you ever so much. And our lovely David's there as well. Hi, Neil. All right, Neil. Neil's been on workshop as well. Oh, it's so nice. Now, Carol, you're going to be giggling about the Neil as well, aren't you? Now, everyone, so as I said, this isn't going to be a long live because I could literally sleep on my rug currently. So it's not going to be a long one, but we got a right good offer for you. So we've got some alcohol links, but they're the Couture Creations alcohol links. So I don't know if you've seen these before, everyone, but I will be showing you, obviously, on our website, and we've got an offer for you. They're already at a good price. They're already at a reduced price, but it's buy hold on, I have to say it right. So you buy 4, but you get the 5th free. So you buy 5, you get 1 free. So you buy 4, you get 1. You know what I mean. Basically, you're buying 5, but you're not paying for 1. So you only pay for 4. That's the offer. Now, there's loads of ways of saying it, and I just make it sound really confusing. So it's a decent offer. And we wanted to do a pick and mix so you could mix and match. Now, our mandate, I don't know if they can mix and match between, because I think the pearl is a different price to the normal, isn't it? So I'm not sure, Mand. Will you just confirm? Is it just, is it like mix and match on the pearls and then a mix and match on the regular? I don't think they'll be able to combine them, will they? Mandy will let us know. She'll let us know. So yeah, just let me know, Mandy, because I know the pearls are more expensive normally than the regular. So just let me know if it's like 2 separate offers. That would be super. Now, we've got all the goodies as well, William. I'm not gonna, we are on Hobby Maker. Oh, sorry, because the tool, I end up playing with this. We're on Hobby Maker on Tuesday. And I'll keep looking out for our Mandy. Pearl not included. All right, okay. So it's just the regular. So have we not got an offer on the pearl ones then, Mand? It's just on the regular. Right, just the regular colours. Are we able to do an offer on the pearl as well, Mand? Because they're lovely. So we are on TV on Tuesday. So we're having these alcohol inks and stuff. And we've got some of our stamps. And we've got some really good deals, but we wanted to show you loads of different techniques. I'm not gonna run through tons of techniques tonight, just because, you know. Oh, here's some stars for you. Thank you very much. I love the stars. Pearl's not included in the deal, sorry. Just regular. Yeah, is there any way we can do? I've got it. Is there any way we can do a deal on Pearl, Mand? Is there any way? Or what? Can we not do something? I know, poor Mandy. I know. So, I'm just gonna do a few demos tonight, but we'll be doing more demos on Tuesday. Okay. So but I wouldn't want to do the demos that I were doing tonight. Okay. Yeah, I am techniques out. I tell you, Vanessa. Utterly. But after the workshop, I finished a couple of pages on my magazine and then started doing this and then started prepping for something else. So I've actually, give me 10 minutes. Thank you, Mandy. Mandy's going to sort the pearl out as well. So we've got a deal on pearl as well. Right, I'm going to show you the swatches. So I've done some swatches for them. Now, obviously, all available on our website. With our website, it's not a case of you typing in win or any of that malarkey or any. You just have to go onto the website, which is, of course, Art Inspirations. I'll go through our bits because I like showing you all these. Obviously, like and subscribe. Woohoo! If you're spending over £30, it's free postage. Can you tell I love all this? Love all this. Free postage for orders over £30. And if you want to split your payment, you can do that as well, because we do have PayPal and Klarna. All right, now I wanted to do those because they're really good. So the couture creation ones. So these are your couture creation alcohol inks, and you might not have seen these. I have used them at workshops, physical workshops, but I haven't used them like when I've been doing demos. So please can you be my standing? I love that. Can you be me standing? That's so funny. So with the alcohol ink, so a decent sized bottle for starters, which is fabulous. I know I'm showing off, Carol. I love my banners. So look, I've done the colours on here. Now you'll be able to see the difference, and this is why I wanted an offer. Look at the pearl ones. Yummo. So we've got, and I've done the colours, so that's the cloud, which is lovely. It's like a lovely minky colour. We've then got the orchid. Look, aren't they good? Aren't they good? Yeah, thank you. Do a cheeky share anyway. Thank you so much, Julie. That's the beautiful grape. Nice, aren't they? Nice. Hello there, Donna. Hello there, Britt. Lovely to have your company. We've then got, so look, this is a late pearl. Look at that. Beautiful. We've got the baby blue pearl. And it is quite close in colour, but that the lake is slight. Well, no, you can see difference actually, can't you? Yeah, you can see difference. The baby pearl is lighter. I love the evening. I think that's gorgeous. You've got the storm. The storm's beautiful. And azure. Love that. We've then got clear sky, which is gorgeous, and then that Caribbean. Oh, such nice colours, aren't they? We've then got for you the Fern Pearl. If you need me to share any more of these, or do you need me to share this again, let me know, because I will do. We've then got Pear, and then the Raincoat. Look at that. Yeah, the pearls are yummy. The Shamrock is beautiful, and then the Kiwi. Aren't they nice? Aren't they nice? Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all the sharing. Do you like me swatches? I used my stickers. I used some of my Happy Planner stickers. I thought, oh, I'm going to make them right pretty. Then you've got the Marigold and the Honey, which are lovely, lovely and warm. The Tangerine, and then that beautiful Mocha. And then we've got the Butter Pearl, yummo. And then the Sepia Pearl. Nice, aren't they? Aren't they nice colours? And then, this is the last swatch. Then we've got Wine. I started on this. They started small and then grew and grew and grew, did me blobs. We've got that beautiful Wine. We've got the Ruby, Geranium. And then Watermelon. Fluorescent Pink. I mean, come on. Favourite, straight away. And then that beautiful Imperial Pearl. Aren't they gorgeous? So that's all the swatches, that's all the colours. I'm really pleased with my swatches. Now, of course, alcohol inks. And I wanted to, in this demo, I just wanted to do some of these little sort of toppery things, because I thought, and let me just get a bit of card, because I thought if you're making, I wanted a really small card, but I can't find one. But if you're making like a really nice arty card, I thought that on a card, maybe matted and layered a bit, with just like one little sentiment under there would look really arty, you know, because actually I kind of want to put a face in there, maybe not as arty, but I just, because they're beautiful, you know, I mean, that looks perfect, that suits the card better. Doesn't that look nice? And I just thought sometimes we get carried away trying to do all these different techniques when actually the colour, the movement, the pearl, it speaks for itself. And I just thought that was beautiful. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? I really like this. I really like that. Really, really love that. Love that. So, this is what I wanted to do tonight, but I've done a few different techniques. Well, no, two. So, first things first, Yupo paper. Now, we have got Yupo paper, and we've got different sizes actually. I've been very bad and I didn't check the sizes that we've loaded on the website, but we are going to have different sizes in Yupo paper and different types of Yupo paper. So we've got 12 by 12. These are all swatches from 12 by 12. We've also got Sticky by Yupo. So we've got loads and loads. I like arty-farty creations as well, Brian. I do. And I think when they're just on a card, I think they look really good. I'd matte and layer it just with white. Just white, matte and layer it up. And then just, love it. Absolutely love it. So what we're going to do is, now as ever, when I'm working, I'm of course going to put something behind it. Because I'm working with alcohol ink, I'm going to work with Yupo paper underneath. Because why wouldn't I? So I've already got a piece of 12 by 12 Yupo paper underneath. I know at the minute it's a lot of white on white. It's a bit of a snow blizzard, but we'll work with this. So first of all, I'm going to go with a cheeky bit of honey. And all I'm going to do, and I wanted some really nice simple demos. So I'm going to go with a little bit of honey and put a few of the colours on that Yupo paper. I'm then going to take some of the tangerine and just go around the edge. So it's kind of framing it. Now with alcohol ink, if you've not worked with alcohol ink yet, I love it because of the way it just starts blending together. You know, this movement. See, this is why I've got Yupo paper underneath. because I always end up dripping alcohol ink everywhere. So Yupo paper underneath means I've got a really good background. Okay, so what is this? Joining you watching poolside with a cocktail from a very hot Las Vegas. Oh my gosh, Karen, that's amazing. Oh wow, have a fabulous time, Vegas. Do you know what? Which hotel are you staying at? Are you staying at one of the strip hotels, or are you doing one at others? Oh, I love Vegas. I didn't think I'd like Vegas, but I loved Vegas. Loved Vegas. Oh, have a fabulous time. Have the best time. I'm going to move it over because I feel like it's a little bit dark today. I don't know. Maybe. And I still have to sort of mix up. No, that's got the light too much then, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, my setup, I still need to play around with my setup a bit. Maybe let me move this light and see if that's any better. Is it dark, everyone? Anyway, stop it, just crack on. So this movement already beautiful. Okay, let's bring this pearl sepia. So this is a pearl sepia. Now you need, can you see how it's settled? You have to give this, staying at the horseshoe on the strip. Oh, I don't know that one. I haven't been for years though. 5th time here, home tomorrow. Oh, I hope you've had a fabulous time. Yeah, I loved it. And have you been to, when you've been on any other stays, have you been to the Neon Boneyard? Me and Nigel went. Oh, I loved it. So cool. Now, obviously, just a little bit. So this is a pearl one. So I'm going in the centre with this. Now, because I'm not aiming for a specific design, with this, I'm letting the ink just do its thing. I'm not aiming to create something with this. I just want the ink to merge and to create something beautiful. And then this one is the marigold. So then with the marigold, let's just layer that. So I'm just letting it move. Do its own thing and move. I'm not adding any. And can you see how light the marigold is? The marigold is so light, it almost acts like a blending solution, because it just pushes that colour out, which I love. I absolutely love. I love the way it makes everything just move. I must admit though, I am going to go in with a bit more of the honey, because I've lost a little bit of my honey. So just go in, because that honey is just beautiful. Now, I'm going to show you because it's interesting how they work together, obviously. Now, I love that. You could leave it as is. I would leave it, right? Because alcohol ink invariably still moves. So it still does things. And I really like that. I really like that whilst the alcohol ink is evaporating, it carries on doing things. Like with this one that I did previous, with same kind of colours, it really smoothed itself out. And you can see just how beautiful the pearlescent sheen is on top of it. So that one really softened. This one might not, but I want to see what it does. I'm not forcing it to dry. I'm not doing anything apart from leaving it, because at the minute, and you can see already as I've been chatting how it's gone softer, you know. But I just adore this, right? So I'm seeing bananas in chocolate. That's hilarious. Looks like my last scan. I mean, you know, say what you see, everybody. It's like one of them psychology tests when you have to say what you see. Beautiful. I think the bananas one is fabulous. So let it do its thing. You know, move it round. Look at it from different angles, but leave it. Let it do banana custard. Oh, that's hilarious. See, I don't see any of these things. I see more like wood and things, you know. I see, but that's hilarious inside. So that's our inside one. So that's just letting it do its thing, right? just allowing it to move because I think it's beautiful. That's our banana slices. And I'll put that to one side so I don't make a mess of it. Let it do its thing, see what happens. So that's the first one. Now the second one, and it's interesting actually. So I'm going to go in with the pearl raincoat. This is a lovely colour. And every time make sure you can give it, that you give it a shake. Because if not, you will not get that pearl. So you have to give it a shake. So, with this one, let's do a couple of drops. Now, I'm going to put this one to the side for a minute to let it dry, right? Because I want you to see what it does. So this one I'm going to put to one side to let it dry. And that's that beauty. Look at it. Doesn't it look good under light, that one? It almost looks like it's magic, doesn't it? It's beautiful. Mind you, now I'm seeing the teddy bear. So, pop it to one side. That one's drying. This one, I mean, I've got an ink splatter, but I'll use other side. Yupo paper, you can use both sides. So this time, I'm going to add this, and because you're going to see the difference between when you add the colour to the wet or if you add it to the dry, because it is different. I'm going to use Azure, and then, oh look, now, can you see what's occurring? Honestly, it's like magic. Let me zoom you in. I hope at home it's lighter than my screen. I don't turn the light up on my screen because I at home, my screen there isn't great, but what I see here looks fabulous. I mean, those colours are just, that yellow, that raincoat is just dreamy. And it's the way the Azure works with it. So I'm going to bring, oh, I'm missing the card. That's hilarious. So let's bring in some more of the Azure around the outside. I like the word Azure. Makes you want to say it a bit posh, doesn't it? And I'm going to bring in some evening. And when you like evening, it makes you want to be a policeman, doesn't it? Evening up. Bring in a bit of that. And as yet, no blending solution. Just the ink, just the Yupo paper. That's it so far. I will bring those things in, of course. But for now, let it just do its thing. I mean, come on. And I think, can you imagine putting these on a card? Because they look arty. Shall I tell you why I'm banging on about this, putting them on a card, right? So, near us recently, oh, this is me being a plonker again. Near me, we've got this new lovely little shop, Potato Man it's called. One of my friends thought he only sold potatoes. I'm like, she's like, oh, doesn't he just sell potatoes? I'm like, no. He sells all sorts. But they've also got a craft bit, right? So guess what? I'm like, oh, I could make cards. Yes, I've actually done that thing where I've thought, oh, I could make some cards. So my brain now is thinking of cards I could make. I don't know when, but that's what my ridiculous, idiotic brain is doing. So now I'm thinking of cards that I could make that look really arty and cool and put in this shop. Honestly, idiots. But, you know, whatever. But that's what it's got me on. I'm going to get a bit of card. I want to put it on a bit of card to pick it up. No, just pick it up with your thing that's on it. Now look at that. Look at the colours. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at them colours. Oh. And that, would this work on glossy card? Yes, but different. So Yupo paper is plastic. So that's why the movement is so ridiculously good, because it's not a card, essentially. Glossy card, the difference is with glossy card, it is a coated card. However, our frog spawn don't look like you lot. Frog spawn and people's innards, banana and custard, honestly. Because a coated card is coated, I don't think I've got any glossy card, which I know as a crafter is ridiculous. I know somewhere I will have, but I don't know where. But yeah, a glossy card, because it's I'm off rummaging because it is different. And it will work different on it. However, still have a go, have a play, because you some of the effects. I haven't got classic art, but I have got some of the effects you'll definitely get. So if you've got glossy card, use it. It'll also, and there are ways of printing on regular card. Regular card, it won't move like this, but you will still be able to get some interesting prints on regular card. Try it on packaging, try it on acetate. You know, I mean, I started using it on because I thought, oh, I could stick that onto a board and then put my little pens and things in that. I didn't finish decorating it. But any non-porous surface, it's going to be amazing. Glossy surfaces, play. Now look how that's carried on moving. I love this. Oh my gosh, Sarah. If you don't, you would love alcohol inks, Sarah. You would love them. I mean, look at that. That, we're all a bit weird. You're in good company, kids. Isn't that stunning? And that, I mean, I couldn't make that again because it's literally just the flow of the ink. You know, it's just every time this is unique. And that, I just think that's beautiful. Utterly beautiful. So, what about different surfaces? So what about mirror card, okay? Good old mirror card. Oh, yes. Gesso covered card. Oh, I could do that, actually. Because, again, gesso will make it react differently. Oh, I've actually, look, I know where my gesso is. Oh, so pleased with myself. Yeah, we can do that, Brian. Because gesso will give you a different surface. I am going to move my Yupo paper to paint on my card. And I'm not going to use my scored card because that's silly. So let's just use a bit of cardstock that I've got knocking about down here. That's an envelope, love. Come on, let's find. I've got a box of card. Why I can't find what I'm after. There we go. So a little bit of card, she says, bringing out an A4 piece of card. So, and it's so nice to experiment. You know, alcohol inks are ridiculously cool. So experimenting with different surfaces, with different things like the lift off, you know. I'm not doing that tonight, just again because of time. And it is on Hobby Maker, so hopefully Hobby Maker I'll get to do things like that as well. Murray's amazing. Now I'll do this and then let it dry. Hopefully I'll put enough on. Try a gel medium, you know, glossy gel medium, especially textured. That looks cool. In fact, I should prep that for thingy. That looks really cool because it reacts beautiful with gel mediums, or it works brilliant with your my brain, thingies. It works brilliant with, come on, texture pastes, because again it's kind of giving me that plastic finish. I mean, that the gesso isn't a plastic finish. Like if you use, and I'll do it, if you use acrylic paint, it's going to be slightly different to your gesso, because, where did I put the card? Because your acrylic dries with more of a, oh, and shall we change colours? Just use white, come on. So that's gesso, this is acrylic. So experiment, you know, see what happens, see what the differences are. The lovely things as well with the paint, how you put it on. So for instance, if I put this on with a spatula, you're going to see texture. It'll emphasize texture because of the fluidity of the ink. So that, I've popped that on, and I've not tried to smooth it out on purpose. So let's pop them to a side to let them dry, and let me show you that mirror card. Because mirror card is really, it's really interesting. Mirror card invariably doesn't show up brilliant on screen. However, when you do real life, it does. So it's really, really good. I have a couple of Yupo pads. Oh, honestly, oh, definitely. I won't be getting the inks after my last lot expand. Would you like these pads? Oh my gosh, Sylvia, yeah, send them over if you're not going to use them. Because you can't let them go to waste, kid. So it's just so nice. Right, okay, so let's use grape first of all, okay. So let's use a little bit of grape. Then we'll use orchid. And the orchid is a pearl. And you can see that already. Okay? Can you see that movement? Colour. Look at that colour. But see, it doesn't move as much. So this is where you're going to get the variations. So with this one, because it isn't a plastic card, the movement is different. It's not as intense. And this is where you'll find, I'm going to get my other light, everybody. I don't know if the light is good with you guys, but it's annoying me that on my screen it doesn't look like it is. So I'm just going to get another light just in case you can't, just in case it's not good for you. So, yeah, the movement, the card, the way your ink reacts will be dependent on your cardstock. So this is the way of obviously mixing up your different techniques. But also try it on plastic, try it on glass, try it on acetate. Beautiful on acetate. So that's the grape. We're then going to use, where did I put it? So let's use my orchid. Oh, ceramic tile, yes. So good on a ceramic tile. Again, that movement, beautiful movement. So let's put a little bit of orchid on there. And then let's use a little bit of blue. So I'm not going to use, let's use a bit of Stormy Sky. Oh, look at that movement. I love this stuff. I never get bored of alcohol inks, never get bored. And as yet, I've not used anything else. I've not used any of the other, the other products. Now look, can you see the difference between how this is working on your, can you see how it's not, can you see how it's puddling a bit more? It doesn't react the same, but it's still cool. Now what I am going to do is use my blending, my tool thing, and just dab the ink over, okay? I haven't put any blending solution on, it is just the tool. Now I found, depending on your mirror, but I found if I let it dry natural, it dried different to if I blew on it, which I know sounds weird, but it did. But as it dries, and hopefully you can see it. Now, this never, ever looks as good on camera as it does in real life. But can you see that? It looks really cool, doesn't it? Yes, so on photo paper, yes. And again, it's like this. So because it is a paper rather than a plastic, because it's coated, and look, having Yupo paper underneath, perfect, because all that excess we can use. Look, so we get another background, yay. So no, you don't want to put it in a spray. You don't want to put the blending solution in a spray, for sure, because otherwise if it's in the air, it can be breathed in, and that's not very good for you. But on that, absolutely gorgeous. It does look better in real life. It looks absolutely beautiful. But I mean, the movement is completely different. I let that move on its own. That one, if I'd have let it move on its own, it just puddled. So you will use it differently. Hello there, Donna. I've already said hello to you, haven't I? It will, but that's the lovely thing, the experiment, seeing what happens. Right, I am going to let them dry for a little bit longer because I wanted to show you something else. Now, we've also, let me go back to that because that's dried now. So I said about the pearlescent, because this is really interesting. Oh, good grief. I want to see how fire affected them. That's quite scary. A little bit scary there, David. A little bit scary. I'm going to go in with Ruby. Ruby. Okay. Now, I think when it's dry, when your pearl is dry, I love this because it's almost like it's refusing to move. It's almost, before when we did this, it all mixed and it all blended and it did things. Look at that. It's almost like the pearl is going, I'm not having any of it. I'm not going to move. I refuse. Point blank refuse. But the other colour, the red, is the ruby, is slowly, and you can just see the veins of colour. It's slowly moving, and again, it doesn't stop. It's really interesting. I have tried it on glitter card, and it absolutely works. Because it's transparent, it means you can see under it. So I'm going to put some blending solution on. So yes, so with your glitter card, especially, it colours it. So it recolours your glitter card and you can still see the glitter because this is transparent. So just like mixing it with, it's a long time since I put it on glitter card. That's back in the day, that. But just like mixing it with, the glitters we were doing the other day with Tim Holtz's. So yes, it will definitely work on glitter card, definitely. I did with glitter card though, I've used it with the tool, with the blending tool, and that's hilarious because it's felt, so it obviously means that, you get a really felty blending tool. Now I'm moving this, so I do really recommend this. And I must admit, right, I picked some up for a workshop. I picked some right cheap ones up and they're not as good. They're not as good. They don't have this bit isn't as big, so it means you don't get as much puffy stuff. You know what I mean? You don't get as much, power. So love that. And I'm going to add a little bit more blending. Now, this is making the colour underneath move now. But I just think it's interesting how the original colour refuses to move until you start forcing it. But if you just put the ink on at first, because that pearl's dried, it's like not having any of it. Not having any of it. I'm having none of that. It's really interesting. But obviously now I'm lifting some of that pearl. I can see the pearl here. So it is moving. And you can see how some of that pearl, yep, you probably can't yet, but I can see that pearl's moved. And again, I'm just making my little swatchy things. Let's see, can you see, I wonder if you can see the pearl. They're beautiful. They don't have as much, can you see faces? They don't have as much puff to the cheekbones, for sure. And now the pearl now coming through is divine. Absolutely divine. And any bits you don't like, the lovely thing with alcohol ink, anything you don't like, you can change. So I could add, not the fluorescent yellow yet, build up to that. I'm going to add a bit of watermelon. Like, I can add more colours. You can even take it away. Your blending solution you can put on and take the colour off. So if you hate it, you can always just strip it back with your blending solution. So there's so much you can do with it. There's so many different techniques. Now, and you can you see the pearl being sort of shoved to the side? It's so... it really is. That what rats sound like when they're swearing at you? That's well cute. I think I'd rather like that, Lucy. I want to come and play with some rats. Oh, for goodness sake. It's nearly me swearing. But I'm going to stop because... Now, I like this and I like it because... Can you see just in little bits here where we've still got some of the original pearl? And I love that because it's just a little glint of that colour underneath it, the original colour. So have a go with your pearl and let it dry first. That's what that was. The pearl had dried first, and then when I put the colour on, it didn't shift. Here, this was all wet ink, but that was a dry ink. And I just thought that's really, really cool and a little bit unusual. So have a go at that. Okay, now next, let's bring that cardstock in. I bet I've forgotten what's what. So that one is my paint. To be fair though, that Stampera paint isn't a high gloss. Oh well, it's actually a really flat paint, isn't it? I should have got a high gloss paint to show you the difference, but it's okay. It's all right. We can live with it. So, let's go with the fluorescence, because this is just divine. So with the fluorescent, look at that. Now, so on your on both of them. And this one is just normal. This isn't pearlescent. Now, again, your difference. You can see it doesn't move as much because it's not got the shiny finish, you know, so it's not going to move as much. But it's still, the effects are still gorgeous. So let's bring some blue in and see. Oh, I love it. Look at the blue when it mixes and matches with the pink. So one side's the paint, one side's the gesso. Now again, you'll be able to see. Still moving on the alcohol. So the alcohol ink will move on the alcohol ink if it's wet. I mean, that other one was having none of it. But they will still blend. The cardstock, can you see it's not moving as much as the Yupo, but you're still getting some beautiful movement and interesting. The other thing is, can you see underneath? Because this is dried, so because obviously there's not as much movement, so your alcohol ink will dry quicker on here than it will on your, I'm going to go baby blue, and this is a pearl, so it'll dry quicker than your Yupo, which means you can see your layers. So where your Yupo, you wouldn't see these layers. Your Yupo paper would carry on moving. So it carries on moving. So you wouldn't know from that which is your first colour. Whereas this, I know my first colour is that pink because I can see it. So it's different. It's a different application, but it's just as interesting. And obviously you can create some really cool effects. So this is the baby blue pearlescent. So I'm just going to bring a little bit of pearlescent coming down the sides. The lovely thing as well with it, it feels like when you're doing it, you feel like you're using a lot of product, but you're not, because they go a long way. You're not really using much at all. It really is quite phenomenal. But doesn't that look cool? But again, you can see the layers. But as I'm adding more ink, the layers become less obvious. You know, as you're doing more sort of layers on top, it's not as in your face. Now I'm gonna go on now and with the marigold, and this is kind of a weird choice, but I do love the marigold because I love that yellow, and it's not a really bright yellow, it's a really nice sort of soft yellow, but obviously it's gonna mix with that blue to give me a really nice green. See, it's a really soft colour, is that marigold. I love that. I think it's a really an interesting shade, but it's that soft green that it makes. Isn't that just lovely, caterpillar? I love this. So what do you see? Now, blending solution. I'm not going to talk about the lift off on this one. I'm going to do that on TV. But blending solution. Now, this is interesting as well, because even though that paint is flat, can you see that hasn't dried yet? It will, but that hasn't. I mean, that's still got movement. And actually, can you see it is still moving? I love that. Look at it creeping down. Whereas that is a lot quicker drying. So that's your gesso. So your gesso, because it is chalkier, that is going to dry quicker than the acrylic paint, because the acrylic paint, even though that's quite a matte paint, it's still got that plastic, it's still got that shine. So the movement is really different on this one. Whoa, Melanie, I won £15,000 on a slot machine. That's mental. Where was that? At Vegas? Wow. Now, blending solution. So I've put a bit of blending solution at the top. I love doing this. Look. And then do a bit more and make that move. And I love doing this because I like that movement. Again, I'm working on Yupo, so I know that whatever background, look at that movement. Isn't that just the coolest? Oh my gosh, I love that. I just love that. Look at that. Look. And you can see, can you see the texture of the paint? Oh, that's so beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh yes. Actually, Kathy, I did send them down to Armand, didn't I? There you go. Isn't that beautiful? Love that. I love that. Gosh, Kathy, I started worrying then, because normally it's me that sends them out. And I thought, oh no, what have I done? Let's try it on the gesso, okay? Because obviously the gesso, you can see it's dried quicker. See what it does on the gesso. Now look, you're still getting a bit of movement. It's not, mind you, I didn't put as much ink on, but you are still getting movement. And this is with that beautiful blending solution. The movement isn't as intense because it's the gesso. The gesso will react differently. And I just think this is so cool that you can get from one product, depending what you put it on, you can get so many different things, you know? Yeah, I can imagine that on a card. Oh, look at that. And I love, it's the texture of the brushes, the brush marks. I just think that's so, like, you can see it emphasises all the textures. Just magnificent. I'm gonna, with this one, I'm gonna put that raincoat. I really like the raincoats. I love raincoats, I do. So I'm gonna pop, and I'm just gonna put a line of that at the top and allow that to move. Because, again, it's really cool. Bring a little bit of the blending solution. When you're working with this, your alcohol inks, make sure you've got some, make sure your room's well ventilated, because it is strong. And then, now because I've put it onto your wet ink, it's still got more movement. Look at that, it's like the Northern Lights. It's just so beautiful. It's funny, you know, because I said, oh, I'm not going to demo for long, I'm really tired. I start playing and then get carried away. Isn't it fascinating? Yeah, and look at this colour. It's just beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Now, I like this, but if you don't, you could just chop it off there. Or, yellow raincoat, whee! I love the yellow raincoat. Wee yellow raincoats, I'm not sure about that. But I like that movement. You can still break it up, so you can still get your blender and put that on, like so, okay? So you can still break that up with your blending solution and still get it to move. Again, I've got my Yupo paper underneath, so this is becoming its own little work of art. Aren't they just magnificent? Oh, I love it. Two sheep. That's hilarious. Say what you see. Right, okay. Loving those. Let me make sure no drips get on my gorgeous table. So let me pop that there. Let me pop that there. Now, the other thing I wanted to share with you. So what we have got in stock is this stuff. So, where's the one I've already started cutting up? Packs of felt. And I think they're on our website. Again, I've been really bad and didn't check. Packs of felt. Now, obviously, you can buy the felt with the tools. So I've been using one of the blending tools, one of the Tim Holtz blending tools with the felt, and you can get these with the felt. Doesn't it look like Northern Lights? They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So you can buy these all ready to go. Do not throw your felt away. You can keep reusing it. Use felt rather than a sponge. A sponge, your ink just gets seeped into it, whereas your felt, it kind of dries on it, but it doesn't take up all the ink. So felt is definitely what you want to do, not a sponge. The felt is the one, okay? So we've got these, the circle ones, and we've got the square ones, which I love, okay? Yay, Mandy's done it! So includes regular and pearl alcohol inks. Oh, and she's put them all together. So it's a 4 for 1, and that's a bargain because the pearl are meant to be more expensive. So that is a very big bargain. So if you do want to make the most out of that, you're buying 4 alcohol inks and you're getting the 5th one free. So you get your felt, okay? Now, you can obviously cut this up. I'm not going to try and cut a circle. You can cut it up. This would be for the rectangle blending thing tool, which I haven't got out yet, but it will stick on that. I know you're gonna cut it down. Okay, I could cut it down, but I'll do it for the one. And it's thick. Can you see how thick it is? It's really nice and thick felt, right? So you can cut it down. You can use it with the tools, but you can create shapes with it. So what I've already done is created a little heart. So I'm thinking, obviously, if you've got your Big's dies and stuff, you'd be able to die cut, right? And then what you can do with this, let me get another cheeky bit of Yupo. Get me Yupo. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of Yupo there, a little bit of Yupo there. So I'm going to take, and of course I've already done this, as you can see. So I'm taking this now. That has already been flooded with colour. Do not think you can't use it. You absolutely can. Even though that's already got alcohol ink on it, you can definitely still use this. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm keeping it on my background. This time I'm going to use the blues. So I'm just going to put a few of the blues directly on. So I'm going to go on with a cheeky bit of azure, right? And I'm just kind of going around outside. I'm on the Yupo paper, so if I smudge, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to use a cheeky bit of storm. I love that storm. A little bit of storm, like that. Oh, I really didn't need to do that. A little bit of storm, and then let's go the fluorescent pink again, just because it's one of my favorites. Love fluorescent pink. Okay, so 3 colors, a bit of color, and I'm not completely covering the whole thing, right? So wow, it was in Vegas visiting my son and grandchild. I didn't tell anyone. I don't blame you, Melanie. I wouldn't have told anyone. That's a very good shout. That's amazing, isn't it? Now, blending solution. So I'm taking the blending solution and putting the blending solution on here. Because now what this will do is obviously start breaking that ink up, getting it to move, and you can see already that it's starting to change. Whoops, gone over the edge. We're over the edge, folks. Okay. Right, shall we see what it does? that's you know what though? Yupo paper. This, not a big deal. I can get rid of that. And I can make that actually not look like a weird finger print. Okay, so I'm gonna take another bit of Yupo paper and squidge it. Okay, so I'm squidging that heart. Now the reason I'm doing this is because it is felt, so the colour might have gone through it. it might have gone underneath it. So hello there, lovely Rachel. Oh, the team's here. So I like this because, again, you don't know what you're going to get, particularly. I suppose you could do this knowing what you were going to get, but I like to do it so I don't. I have gone carried away, but look at that. Now, you wouldn't have expected it to be that soft, would you? Isn't that a beautiful print? When I was doing this originally, I didn't make this mess. I made lovely hearts. I don't know where I've put them, but I made some lovely heart prints. One's there, but I did do loads of them and I've gone and put them somewhere safe. I didn't make such a squidgy mess, but let me show you. So if I take that one off now, look at that. How cool is that? Isn't that good? So you're getting all this colour, but it's all merged together. What really finishes this off is that blob of something on my Yupo paper. As I say, if you don't like that, you can always wipe it out or you can always work on the other side. You know, Yupo paper double-sided. Let's do it again. So this has still got enough. See, I've smudged it again. This has still got enough blending solution to get another print. So if I squidge that down, squidge another bit of Yupo paper over the top. Oh, I know why it mixed a bit too much. I put too much pressure on. Oh, I ever done that? Oh, I'm a plonker. You know what I've just done? I've obviously picked up the paper that I printed on, haven't I? I told you I was tired. That's hilarious. Let me get some Yupo paper that I haven't printed on yet. Oh, I'll show you what I found the one I did earlier. It's really nice. I'll show it in a minute. Finish this first. So let's get another bit of Yupo that I haven't printed on already. Yes, it'll definitely work on shrink plastic. Just with shrink plastic, obviously, does it go a bit gloopy with a blender? No, it seems to blend okay. Let me have a look where I've blended it there. See, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I just think that's so cool. So you could do lovely shapes with this, you know, and that's the felt. And of course, we've still got that underneath. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? So that's just your felt cut into shapes. Now, that's got a lot of ink still left on it, you know, so of course I can get print after print after print with this. As I was saying though, like with the other one that went wrong, I mean, I've got loads. I'm really disappointed that I've done that. I am going to squidge this one again. And now I've got one the other side that's right. So you can do different things with it now. Okay, so whilst it's in situ, we'll have a look with blending solution and the pearl essence. Bye, Julie, love. Thank you for popping on by, my love. Oh, I struggle using it. Really? Does it not? Can you not use it like that? That's interesting because this one I do actually find, let me show you, like that, I do find it works really well without needing to use your thumb. And you don't need much pressure on. Have you tried this one? It is, like, I've got the cheap one. Let me show you the cheap one. The cheap one is soft, but it's not as, the bounce back isn't the same. That one is better quality. But yeah, or does it hurt just doing that? That's a shame, because they're really good at these. They are really good. Right, okay, I've forgotten about it. I've left it on. Let's play. So, well, that's in situ now. This is cool. So, while that's in situ, what I'm going to do is get this. Now, funnily enough, when I were on the other day, I was like, oh, you won't put your alcohol inks in here. And then I had a go and it was like, oh yeah, you would. Because obviously you can still put a bit of blending solution and get them to work again. Plus, you can paint with your alcohol inks. So this time, with my heart in place, what I'm going to do is, what time is it? Oh, this will probably be my last colour. Yeah, I've got two more. There's two more. So, with this in place. Now, we've got on the thing, we've got a toolkit. So they're doing a toolkit, the paintbrushes, but I would highly suggest you keep your paintbrushes for your alcohol inks separate to your regular paintbrushes because you don't want to mix them up. They've also done a mini mister. Obviously, you're not going to be putting your blending solution in your mini mister, but I haven't tried it yet. But I do believe or resist or lift off, maybe we can with that, but I haven't tried it yet, so I need to practice. Okay, so with this, so I've got my paintbrushes ready. So what I'm going to do is put up a little bit of Azure coming down like this, right? Like so. And then I'm also going to put some Azure in there because you can paint with it. Now, I've never bothered painting with my alcohol inks in the past, but you can do swirls, you can properly paint with it. And I like this because it's like, oh, okay, so I can do detail. You know, I can actually merge my colours where I want them to merge. So it allows me to, obviously it's Yupo paper, so the Yupo paper will allow it to carry on moving. So as you can see, some of it'll dry because that's on its own, that's not on something. Whereas something else, when it's touching the other, the alcohol ink, then it'll keep moving, it'll blend in. So we can paint with it, which I absolutely love. I'm going to go back to my fluorescent because I love this colour. So I'm going to pop a little bit of fluorescent in there. And then, oh, I didn't want to do that. You want to clean your paintbrush first. I obviously forgot. But let's bring a little bit of the fluorescent in. So rather than doing it with my blending solution, I can do it with my paintbrush, which means I can get some really interesting movement going on. It'll still blend because it's going into the alcohol ink on the bottom. So that, because it's Yupo, that'll mean it'll move. But if I show you in a second what this looks like, because I like this. I thought this is interesting. To clean your brush, I've used my blending solution. So yeah, how cool is that? Yeah, it's nice purple, isn't it? That was a nice thing. Oh, thank you. Have I already said see you to Julie? I obviously can't remember. Look, it's cool that, isn't it? And look at the movement. I love the movement. I just think it looks interesting. I'll tell you what is interesting though. There's like, where this is, can you see it's like a halo? So it's actually creating its own kind of halo, which again, I find very interesting. If I take that off, so you've got that lovely little heart in the background. Now, it's up to you if you want to keep that. You might want to keep it. You might think, ooh, that's a bit intense. That's a bit, which I actually do think is a bit. So I am going to take my my blending tool just with the normal felts this time. Now that I know that's still saturated, but I'm still going to keep that because you can use it again. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on there and see what it does. So that's the previous one. Put it on there, maybe with something a bit heavy over the top of it. See what it does. Because it might look good, it might not. So take this. Now, blending solution with pearlescence. You asked me about that, didn't you? So if I take, let's put the orchid on there. Pop a bit of orchid. Okay. So, oh, have I not shook that enough? Oh yeah, I can see pearlescent coming through. So a little bit of orchid on here. Okay. And then let's get the blending on it. So, now, because I'm using my blending solution, I might start to lose the definition of the heart. So, now with that pearl, see, I think it blends all right. Definitely not chunky. So I'm going into the heart. Now, you don't really want to lose, I just adore this, you don't want to lose your definition of the heart. So, sorry, that shine there. So if you go back in with your paintbrush and your alcohol, you can literally just go around the edge like this, and you can redefine that heart. Like so. So isn't that cool? And I love that bit there. Let me pick up a bit of pink and purple. So just going back in with that paintbrush. Remember to clean your paintbrush. Then you just clean your paintbrush with your blending solution. That'll do the job. I like that though. I just keep getting bits today. It's very bitty. What is that? What? Oh, actually, I think that was a bit of the pearl that had clumped, but the rest of it hasn't, so I'm not sure what I did there. I'm going to blend me though. Right, now in answer to your question with pearl, no, I think it's okay. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't it blend nice? I love that. I love that. Look at that pearl, yeah, it blends beautiful. It blends beautiful. And I love this. I like how you can redefine it. Now, the last technique I want to show you. So, using the sticking with the paintbrush idea, okay, and little projects. So, if I take another little background, and I'm going to just flood fill this with, oh, I haven't used my sepia yet. The sepia is beautiful. Really beautiful. So I'm going to use a little bit of sepia. Nice, isn't it? I really like it. So let's do a bit of sepia. I'm going to sort of go around the edge. That's a pearl one, is that sepia? I'm going to go in with a little bit of the marigold. I'm using marigold because I'm going doing that thing again, aren't I? Them colours again. I'm liking these colours, can you tell? There we go, a little bit of marigold in the background. Because it's a nice base colour, is this, to work on. There we go. And this time, I am going to get my blending. I'm going to change my sponge, or this. This is all Yupo paper that I'm working on at the minute. This is Yupo paper, that's Yupo paper. And I'm just going to gently just blend that. So I've got a really nice soft background to work on. Okay, and I'm just touching it and just really light dabs, and it gives me that really nice mottled background to work on. Cleaning it, because again I have got Yupo paper underneath, 12 by 12 Yupo paper underneath, so I can clean. And you know what I'm like. I love stuff like this. I love creating these backgrounds, but it is realistically I'm cleaning. So, taking this now, and in my palette, and this time I will clean my brush. So I'm going to pop a little bit of blending solution in the palette. And it's funny actually, I can't believe I've not used a palette before for alcohols. I can't believe the other day, we were only on a live the other day, and I'm like, oh no, you wouldn't use a palette for it because it's just gonna evaporate too quick. And then you know when you try it and it's like, oh, for goodness sake, it works beautifully. Oh, what a plonker. So this time let me have a look at colours. Let's do red. Let's do the red. So let's take, I've used ruby. Let's take the lovely geranium. Let's do geranium. We haven't used that one. So popping a little bit of geranium in there. Okay. And if I put it with one of these colours that's dried, it'll re-thingy those. Constitute. That's the word. Now, what I'm doing with my paintbrush, I'm just popping this on and then moving it round. Okay, I've got a bit too much blending solution still on my brush, and I know that because of the way the ink's moving. It's moving more than I anticipated it. So that means I've got blending solution on my brush and it's helping that ink to move absolutely more than I wanted it to. Okay, but look, we can create it. Now I really like this because it's just, I mean, you're creating these lovely little flowers, but it's the fact that I don't have as much control, and it's the movement of them. Can you hear that noise? What is somebody doing? It sounds like someone's using a steel grinder. There we go. See, that one, how much that's moved compared to this one, because I haven't got as much blending on this one now. So my paintbrush has dried a bit from the blending solution. I've got someone else there, like. There we go. There we are. See, look how cool that is. I really like doing this. And you can faff and play. I even like this flower. See, isn't that cool? I just think these are really, really super. And you can layer your colours as well. Let me just do another little one up here. So it's falling off the card. Always let your flowers fall off the card, so it's not too prescriptive. There we go. Be a bit quicker. Good grief, what is that? I mean, I'm doing the flowers because they're just blobs. Go, that's a blob, that's a bad one. So they're easy. But I mean, you know, you could do all sorts with this. And it's just squidging your paintbrush down. So it's not even like you need to be able to draw or paint. I'm doing it on Yupo because Yupo, you get the movement. And that's what I like that. I do prefer my Yupo to the others. There we go. Okay, and look, see how cool that is? Isn't that cool? I love it. I really like that a lot. What's that then, Sharon? Is that on our website about postage? If you've any questions, Sharon, just ask our Mandy. She'll be able to help you. I'm not sure if you have. And you can there is a contact us form on the website as well. And honestly, Mandy's amazing. She will get back in touch with you. She won't ignore you because Mandy's much better. If it were me in charge of that contact us form, you'd never hear off me because I'm really bad, I forget. But Mandy's really good. Now, I'm going back in because this is alcohol ink. These tiny little lines that I'm doing will start to blend. So can you see? Look, they start to blend a bit. Isn't it pretty? And I really, really like that it's very natural. It's very organic. I'll show you the other one I did because I really like this one as well. That's the other one I did. It's just the movement. I just think it looks really cool and really effective. Let me just clear this brush again, because then what you can do is, again, just a little bit of blending solution. I have been cleaning my brush in the palette and creating a new colour. So I'm cleaning my brush, but actually I've not cleaned it at all. It's still really dirty. Which, yeah, but it will clean up. It will clean up. But I would definitely keep your brushes that you're going to use for this separate to your regular brushes, for sure. Just because, I mean, it is alcohol solution, alcohol ink and everything. So, you know, I wouldn't want my bestest paint brushes with it. So I'm going to put in now a little bit my favourite, my raincoat. I love this pearl raincoat. Aren't they cute, Christine? The flowers. They're really pretty. Thank you. It's actually quite pretty, isn't it? So I'm going to do a little bit of my raincoat and then take a little bit of this and just put that in the centres of your flowers. And it might move because we're Yupoing like that. Be Beautiful. And then let's just do some little dots here and there with that because it's nice. We've still got a bit of pearlescent shimmer in that background because of the pearl we put in at the beginning around the edge. But look, these little dots of raincoat. These look really cool. Dot, dot, dot. And another little bit of layer. Let's just get that one there. That's enough, kid. You're getting carried away. Walk away. Right, isn't that cute? And let me just show you those little dots. Because look. Oh, what was that? I missed your question. I think I missed a question. Isn't that pretty? With your paints as well, with your brush and your alcohol inks, you can always draw lines and stuff as well. So for instance, you know, you've got that. I know I cleaned this brush off, but let's put a tiny bit. No, I'm not going to put blending solution. I'm going to put colouring. So with the, let's go grape. So I'll pop a bit of grape. And I am putting it into a palette which already had ink because I know that'll be fine. And I'm going to use a little bit of the Caribbean. Oops, a daisy. So let's pop that in there. Right, so, and I'm mixing up my colours, but that's fine. So Caribbean first. So you can do lines, you can do all sorts with your paintbrush, but I like doing this. It's a bit close to my heart, to be fair. As close to my heart as this. But do your couple of lines. I'm going straight into that purple because it's fine. But then, just do your little line there. And I love that. Because I like the way, again, Yupo paper. So they'll start to just keep they keep moving. And I just think that looks really cool. Maybe not with the heart there. Maybe I should have done it on a separate piece of paper. But look at the lines, don't they look cool? To imagine different things you can do. Thank you, lovely Carol. Thank you. Oh, I hope you've had a really nice day with us, Carol. Doesn't that look nice? Not next to the heart. Looks rubbish. Kind of ruined my heart. But, you know, it's okay. I can live with that because I've done 5 million others. Now, before I leave you, you know we had the experiment. So this was the one that had the cardstock and then I put the heart on. So the heart has indeed imprinted on that cardstock. That's the gesso one, I believe, and that was the paint one. But look at that heart, and that's that felt heart. The felt heart, definitely worth playing, definitely worth doing shapes. And because it's nice and thick, I mean, look at that, that's saturated. It's got so much blending solution, isn't that? So I am going to leave it on my cardstock because I bet you I get another print from that one. But look at all our prints, everybody. So look at all of this. Aren't they beautiful? All these gorgeous prints. See, they're so cool. I mean, oh, the amount of things you can do with it. This is your scan, your bananas and custard. This one's my absolute favourite. Those colours. The mirror card. Beautiful. And then look at that. Oh, those colours. Those colours. And of course, our beautiful heart. How lovely is that? Aren't they cool? That was one I did beforehand with the lines. Doesn't that look nice? And that's actually one of the hearts I did that were clean. Look at that. Doesn't that look effective? Love it. Right then. Oh, and that was the other heart I did at first. This is nice. See, look at that. That's nice, isn't it? I really like that. I'm really pleased with that. Oh, I really hope you enjoyed that. That's it. That's my session. And I will switch my camera. They're cool, aren't they? They're really cool. And the thing is, it's all about playing. It's all about, oh, sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. It's all about experimenting. Alcohol inks are amazing. And this is This is only like playing a little bit, you know, because then you can overstamp on them. You can do the alcohol lift and pull colour off it. Oh, so many techniques. I will be back with you on, as I say, on Tuesday on Hobby Maker, and we'll be playing with the alcohol inks again and doing more techniques there. Oh, I've got the hair in my... Sorry. Driving me nuts. So yes, we will be there on Tuesday. Now, obviously that's on Hobby Maker. If you want the offer that we've got tonight, so you're buying 5 alcohol inks, but you're only paying for 4, and Mandy's actually included the pearl in that, which is amazing because the pearl should be more expensive. So it does mean you're getting them for, which means that's an amazing deal. So have a little look. Oh, thanks. Look, my hair was nice. Thanks. I didn't even brush it this morning. Isn't that bad? I was so tired this morning. I just got up. Well, there, I forget about my hair sometimes. It's just terrible. So all the products are on the homepage, all the blending solutions, the felts, all the different tools, all on the homepage, and of course the wonderful alcohol inks as well. I was so pleased with my swatches because I'm normally quite bad at swatches, but I thought, oh, don't they just look absolutely aren't they just beautiful? So if you do want any of those, you know what to do. Go and have a look at the website, see what you fancy, make the most out of those fabulous deals. I'm probably doing a live tomorrow, maybe, for All and Create, probably. And then Hobby Maker Tuesday, and then the rest of the week, I can't remember. But thank you ever so much for today, especially the gang who joined us on those workshops. It's been a really, really good day. Have a lovely evening, everybody. Thank you, our lovely Mandy, for all your work as ever. Oh, I love my swatches too, Lillian. I'm so pleased. But thank you ever so much, everyone. It's been lovely having your company again. Take care, and I'll probably see you tomorrow, but hopefully definitely see you on Hobby Maker. Take care, everyone. Good